Incessant coups in West Africa. Causes and remedies. The recent wave of military coups in West Africa represents one of the most significant political crises confronting the region. Since 2020, several countries have witnessed successful takeovers. Mali, 2020-2021. Guinea, 2021. Burkina Faso, twice in 2022. Niger, 2023. And Gabon, 2023. Along with an attempted coup in the Benin Republic. These events signal a troubling reversal of the democratic gains achieved over the past 2 decades. Root causes: 1. Governance failures and corruption. Weak institutions, widespread corruption, and poor public service delivery have eroded trust in civilian governments. As a result, many citizens perceive military intervention as a preferable alternative to dysfunctional democratic regimes that fail to meet basic needs. 2. Security challenges. The Sahel region faces an escalating jihadist insurgency. Government's inability to safeguard citizens from armed groups has weakened their legitimacy and provided a justification for military takeovers, with coup leaders frequently citing security failures as their primary motive. 3. Economic hardship. High levels of poverty, unemployment, and inequality create fertile ground for instability. With limited economic opportunities, especially for youth, populations become more receptive to promises of change, regardless of whether those promises come from civilian or military leaders. 4. Constitutional manipulation. Attempts by presidents to extend term limits or alter constitutions to retain power have fueled public discontent and provoked military intervention. Such developments, as seen in Guinea, contribute to rising tensions across the region. 5. External influences. Geopolitical competition has intensified. Russia's Wagner Group, now Africa Corps, has capitalized on local grievances and anti-French sentiment, while France's declining influence has created power vacuums that external actors exploit. 6. Weak regional response. ECOWAS has struggled to consistently enforce its anti-coup protocols. Inconsistent or delayed responses have emboldened military actors who often face minimal consequences for unconstitutional potential remedies. 1. Strengthening democratic institutions, building robust and independent judiciaries, electoral commissions, and legislative bodies is essential for checking executive power and ensuring peaceful transitions. Supporting civil society and a free press can further reinforce democratic accountability. 2. Security sector reform. Militaries must be professionalized and placed under firm civilian oversight. Improving equipment, training, and the welfare of soldiers, especially those on the front lines of insurgencies, is crucial. 3. Addressing governance deficits. Transparent governance systems, effective public service delivery, and responsive leadership are critical. Anti-corruption measures must be backed by strong enforcement mechanisms to deter misconduct. 4. Economic development. Job creation, especially for youth, should be prioritized through investments in education, infrastructure, and economic diversification. Reducing inequality and ensuring that economic growth benefits a broad segment of society will reduce vulnerability to political instability. 5. Regional coordination. ECOWAS must strengthen its capacity to prevent and respond to coups by enforcing sanctions consistently, supporting democratic transitions, and implementing early warning systems for political crises. 6. Constitutional reforms. Clear and enforceable term limits, along with transparent succession procedures, should be adopted. Regional bodies must firmly support constitutional adherence to deter manipulation. 7. Rethinking international partnerships. West African nations should pursue partnerships that respect their sovereignty while supporting stability and capacity building. Reassessing traditional security relationships that may fuel domestic resentment is also necessary. 8. Dialogue and mediation. Investing in proactive dialogue among governments, opposition groups, and civil society is critical. Preventing crises before they escalate reduces the likelihood that the military will step in as a supposed stabilizing force. 9. Supporting transitional justice. When coups occur, efforts must focus on genuine democratic transitions with clear timelines. This prevents military rulers from entrenching themselves in power indefinitely. Conclusion: solving the crisis of recurring coups in West Africa requires sustained commitment from both regional and international actors. Solutions must address not only the symptoms of instability, but also the deep-rooted governance, security, and developmental challenges that make military rule appear attractive to some citizens and soldiers. Quick fixes have consistently failed. Only comprehensive, long-term strategies can restore and safeguard democratic stability in the region.